Well, the camera's still away. So, hey, come back.
Of course, things have changed an awful lot since the old days.
Oh, they have. I remember when you could post a letter and still have change out of £1.
Really? Well, you won't believe this, but you could fly to New York, you could have lunch, a bottle of champagne, go and see a Broadway show, fly back from New York, taxi from the airport, and still get change from £1,000.
No.
It's true.
When was that?
Last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday? Oh, I remember last Wednesday. I could go and fill the car up with petrol and still have £10 change out of a £300 note.
Really? Do you recognise that?
Oh, that's a £5 note. I haven't seen one of those for ages.
Collector's item.
Oh, I remember those. What can you get for them now?
Precious little.
Oh, I remember when for £5 you could get a whole round of toast and have salt on it.
Really? Buttered toast?
Well, no.
Oh. Well, I remember when for £10 you could go to America, settle down, have pick of all the women or whatever, and you could still have enough money left to start a business.
£10?
Really, yes.
When was that?
1747.
1747.
£10? That's outrageous.
Yes, that's what he says it's going to cost now to sail to America.
Well, I remember when for £10 you could sail to the West Indies, buy an entire crew of slaves, as much rum as you needed, as much tobacco as you wanted, provisions for an entire year, and still have several hundred guineas change.
When was that?
1593.
1593.
£10 for all of this, Sir Walter?
Yeah, that's right, Your Majesty, yeah.
It's very good. What is it?
Well, we're going to call it tobacco, you know, just to keep it cool.
Gee, it's good stuff.
Yeah, that's Virginia Red.
And you got this off the Indians?
Yeah, that's right, man.
I don't think you should call your sovereign man. Especially when she's a woman.
Oh, sorry.
Do you think you could get me some more of this? Tobacco?
Yeah, all right, Your Majesty. I'll see if I can score you a little.
Hey, you come back at once. Come on. You cheeky monkey.
Wednesday sees the welcome return of That's My Mum, when Michael's guests will be Mrs. Oscar Wilde, D.H. Lawrence's mum, and the mummy of the Marquis de Sade.
Yes, dear Oscar, he was such a jolly little boy, always playing with other little boys.
How interesting. Did you ever imagine that when he grew up he would write just great classics for the stage?
Well, no, never. Oh, except once when he was 10 years old. He said to me, Mum, you know, when I grow up, I think I'm going to write the importance of being earnest. But apart from that, there was no indication.
How interesting. Mrs. Lawrence, you're D.H.'s mother.
Yes, that's right.
What did the D.H. stand for?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I never asked him. I didn't like to pry into his private life, what with him being artistic and all. I think he might have got it from D.H. Evans, because he used to get his writing trousers from there. You know he had special trousers to write in, don't you?
How interesting. Mrs. de Sade, your boy.
Marquis, yes.
Yes. What sort of a child?
Quite boisterous.
Well, you can find out more about Mrs. de Sade's little boy Marquis, and also Mrs. Wilde's Oscar and Mrs. Lawrence's D.H. on That's My Mum on Wednesday. Promised later in the series, Mrs. Hitler talking about baby Adolf, and Leonard Bernstein's Auntie Betty.